Hey, this is Solarstone, and you're with Trance Republic in Trance Trust.
Hello, we are Trance Republic, and we're here with Rich, otherwise known as Solarstone.
Hello.
So, hi Rich, thanks for doing this interview with us. We'd just like to ask you a couple of questions before you race the decks at Home Club. So, when you first started toying with the idea of Pure Trance, how did the concept come about, and when was it?
It was a couple of years ago, and it was just before I started working on the Pure album, and I was so pissed off with the whole trance scene. You know, the way the sound was really fractured. It was a lot of people were producing a very sort of hard, aggressive type of trance music. I didn't feel like it was. I felt that I didn't have a part in the scene, you know, and I felt that unless I did something to change it from within, then sort of the part of the trance scene that I really loved was going to die. So I just kind of decided to go back to my roots and sort of throw out all the electro and dubstep. Yeah, it was quite like that. It was a really personal thing. I was ready to quit, to be honest, because I didn't like the scene. I didn't feel that my music, you know, anyone was producing music that I wanted to play. And I was playing in clubs, and, you know, all the other clubs where sort of like the really hard sort of guys playing with packs, and I was playing in these empty clubs, and I was playing music I didn't like. So I decided to just go back to my roots and produce some music that I really believed in. And that was it. In fact, the last track on my last album, on the Pure album, called Swan Song, is that I thought that was going to be my last album. I honestly did. But then I did the first couple of Pure mixes, and it just took off. You know, and our people like Armin were supporting it, and there was so much support for it. I thought, you know, it's something not just me that feels like this. There's millions of people in the world who felt the same. So it just kind of grew really organically.
So, when you first started toying with the idea of the Pure Trance movement, so do you imagine that the response would be as overwhelming as it has been so far?
I didn't expect anything at all. Honestly, it was really just one guy making music that he liked. But that's why I'm saying to you before, it's grown really organically, because it's not contrived. You know, we didn't set out to do something like this. It was really just music. But then the combination of so many people around the world feeling the same, and the scene shifting, it's just kind of like growing on its own. So really, the whole Pure Trance movement, I think it's called a movement simply because it's sort of moving by itself. Do you know what I mean? And now we've got, the other thing about it is, with the Pure Trance events, is that a lot of promoters stopped putting on trance events because they were booking all these different DJs who were playing very different types of music, and people didn't really know what to expect. So people would see, you know, a lineup with certain DJs on it, and they might like the music that one of those DJs played, but they didn't like the others, even though they were all called trance. But with Pure Trance events, all our DJs, they share the same kind of musical sort of vision.
Same idea of what trance is.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like that. So when we put on Pure Trance events, people know what they're going to get. So that's another reason to kind of change the scene. You know, because promoters are prepared to put on it, and every single one we've done has been absolutely huge. You know, myself, Giuseppe, Wikipedia, Brian Kearney, Schneider, people like that. Doesn't really answer your question.
Okay, that's alright. A lot of tracks have gotten the pure treatment, like Zoo Brazil's Heart's a Legend and Hertz Blind. So what are some of your considerations before you pick tracks to remix? Because every single one has really been just honestly stunning.
It's always been the same with the remix for me. I do. Sometimes a label will send me a track, ask me if I want to do it, but it doesn't happen that often. It's more, I'll hear something and think that would work really well. Like on the Zoo Brazil album, Arnie from Black Hole sent that to me, and I really loved that track. And there was one other one as well, and I was like, I could definitely do a pure mix of that. And with the Lemon, We Can't Fly, that was actually because of a Facebook advert. Because I really love the Pet Shop Boys, and there was an advert on Facebook, and it said, if you like the Pet Shop Boys, you really like Lemon. So I clicked on it, and I just listened to the album, and I heard that track, and I was like, oh, this would be amazing in a Pure mix. So we contacted the band and they said yeah, and it's been like that with quite a few of them.
It's great because now you're working on Lovers, you work on Lovers as well.
Yeah, I mean, Roger is such a lovely guy. He's got such a lovely voice. You know, he's got such a beautiful voice. And it's like, I mean, the Blade Runner one, that was because I just really loved the track. I think with remixes generally, it's not just me, anybody else. If you really, really love the track, if you think, oh my god, then you can do something brilliant. If you hear a track and you're like, you can't just do it for the money, you know? If you just do it for the money, there's no point.
Okay, so some of your classics include 7 CDs, Solar Coaster, and Third Earth. So which of your newer productions do you think will be a future classic?
I don't
Personally, I think Fire Island.
Yeah, well maybe. I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I mean, every track that you do as a producer, you think that's your best one at the time because you were like in the zone. But even with something like 7 Cities, I mean, at the time, the label didn't even want to release it. You know, because the breakdown was too big.
I know like one Speak and Sympathy, like it wasn't so big when you released it, but it just became a classic after.
I suppose it is a bit, yeah. I don't really play that one out very often. I need a new mix, really. You just don't know. Maybe Fire Island, I don't know. What's a classic
I think so, Fire Island.
I think what makes a track a classic is when it touches people at a particular time in their lives. Like with 7 Cities, I think the reason that I think it's a good track. I don't think it's any better than a lot of other tracks, but I think the reason that track became a classic is because people heard it like on their first holiday in Ibiza, they fall in love, they hear that on the beach, that's our record, isn't it? I think it's kind of like that. It depends on when you hear the track rather than the track itself.
Okay. So we just got back from Stereosonic and you've probably seen the preparations at Zuka, where it's supposed to.
Yeah.
So would you rather be playing at a large festival like that or would you prefer a more intimate setting like Club?
I like both. It depends. You play a totally different set. I mean, in a festival, then people tend to walk in and walk out. There's a lot of different acts, so they're not really. You can't really take people on a journey at a festival. You can't do a 3-hour building set. It's more about playing the hits or the big ones, the big tunes. Whereas in a club, if you've got the right crowd and you've got the right vibe, you can do whatever you want. And sometimes I play stuff in the clubs that I would dream of playing at a festival.
Like what?
I don't know, like something unusual, or I mean, sometimes I play like Blue Monday by New Order, maybe. We wouldn't do that at a festival. I don't know, actually, maybe I would.
Alright, so a lot of us were caught off guard when we heard that you were coming to Singapore.
Yeah.
Because clubs here aren't too keen on providing us with a steady diet of Pure Trance. So do you think that this will always be the case with Pure Trance? Will it always be like an underground thing?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of a bit of a counterculture. Do you know what I mean? EDM is like the big sound.
Yeah.
Pure Trance is kind of like the sort of up-and-coming new sound. The thing is, the generation of fans who are into this music, they're like they don't even care that it was massive like 14 years ago. You know, it's like it's new to them. So I don't know. I prefer it to sort of bubble away on the underground because once something becomes mainstream, then after that it always dies.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I mean, most of the Pure Trance events we've done, we set out to do 10 last year. We did 15, and most of them were like massively sold out. So I don't know. I just want people to enjoy it.
Well, we are enjoying it.
I love it. Across my whole
I love
life.
it too. Okay, so how do you feel about your re-entry into the DJ band this year?
I really wasn't expecting that at all. Not at all. It's like, I don't really think about DJ Macron at all. We didn't even mention it. You know, we don't even discuss it. The whole DJ Macron. We didn't do a campaign. I only ever mentioned it once on Twitter, and that will say thanks for voting.
I think Pure Trance movement did it.
Completely, yeah. Well, it's good because we hate the DJ Macron because it's bullshit. It's bullshit, right? But at the same time, I went back in because so many people love the music, so we can only be grateful for that. The problem with the DJ Macron is a lot of people, a lot of promoters, like they base their bookings upon it. You know, like if you're in the top 100, they'll book you. And we know, well, I don't know about Zouk. I mean, I've never played at Zouk. I'd love to play at Zouk, but I'm not sure. I don't think they've got the vision for Pure Trance. You know, I don't think they understand it. Maybe they will. I'm not sure. They need to. I mean, it'd be amazing there. Every place we've done Pure Trance has been huge. But I don't know. maybe they're stuck in the past or something.
So you've worked a lot with trance producers like Arcadia and Giuseppe. So who else would you be keen on collaborating with?
I don't know, to be honest, collaborations for me are a bit... I only started doing them when I did Pure album, and that was only because of other labels who thought I should do it. I'm quite happy working on my own, but I like to work with people from outside the dance music industry. I'd love to work with Will Young, Barbara Streisand. I don't know. I mean, Fardy from Mario Ophelia keeps asking me to do another track. And I want to do something else with Giuseppe as well. I don't know. I think it's more a case of just going back to another guy's house after a party and messing around.
So I know this is a bit soon to ask. We just released like Pure Trance 2 album.
But when's the next one coming?
Yeah.
Next year.
And will you be like doing a compilation with someone else? Or?
What, you mean who's going to mix the next one with me? I can't say. I don't know yet. I don't know. There will be another one. We plan to do it every November.
Sorry?
We plan to do it every November.
Okay, that's cool. So I really love what you and Ben Loss are doing with Federation.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's really interesting. It's very different from the usual type of trance that we hear, and you can't really put a finger on what subgenre of trance it is. So
it's new romantic stadium rock trance.
Okay, so do you mind telling us more about the sound of Federation sound?
Yeah, I mean, I've known Ben for years. He sang on Jump the Next Train back in 2000 and something. We've always been friends, and we just both share a love of like dark sort of. I mean, you know, Ben's lyrics are like they're really intelligent, very thought-provoking. It's very different Solarstone. It's kind of like just a way for me to do something a little bit different, a change of atmosphere. We don't connect to Solarstone at all because it's so different.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think the fans are really the same. And it's a live act as well. You know, we've got like drummer, bass, guitarist. And we've just filmed this video for the next single, which is called Be There, which is really dark video. It's set in like a mental institute. It's like me drowning Ben in the back.
Your Federation album was supposed to come out in December, right?
No, it wasn't. It was just Ben getting over enthusiastic.
Really?
We're still working on it. We don't.
Not yet, huh? Okay, so last one. We have another question for you. Well, it's not really a question, more of like a game. So, do you know this game, Shoot, Shag, Marry?
You mean Snog, Marry, Avoid?
Yeah, you can do that.
Shoot, Shag, Marry?
Shoot, Shag,
So
Marry.
you either shag them, shoot them, or marry them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, okay.
Okay, so 3 people for you. Avicii, Tiesto, and Hotwell.
I don't want to shag any of them.
Shag, Marry.
I don't want to shag any of them.
You gotta choose one.
No. They're all, I'm sure they're all. Who are they again?
Avicii,
I've never met
Tiesto,
Avicii.
and Hotwell.
I've never met any of them.
Oh, really?
I don't think so. They're all.
Come on.
No, I don't. Do you know what? I think that there's enough. Pure Trance is all about unity, right? And love and positivity.
So you marry all of them?
I'd shag all of them. No, I wouldn't. The thing is, it doesn't matter what genre you're in. You're always, you love your music and you're dedicated to it. So.
Alright, okay. Mitch, can you do a shout out for us and say this to the camera?
Hey, this is Solarstone and you're with Trance Republic in Trance We Trust.
Okay, thank you. We'd like to thank Home Club and our mission for making this interview possible. Have a great night, everybody.